Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Guys, in today's video I have a new truck here behind me that you guys have not seen yet. I bought this truck just a little while back. I got some plans to do to it. So guys, let's dive into what we're fixing to be doing tonight, which is tearing into what's wrong with the truck. So let's get to it. Okay, so I did not film a new project video with this truck because I'm still undecided on what I want to do with it just yet. So there was no use to show this truck to you guys yet until now. This is a new truck that it's a 96 F250 two-wheel drive truck. It may soon be four-wheel drive, don't really know. Let me show you the main reason that I bought the truck is under the hood. So let's get in here and pop the hood, which is rare for me because everything else I have has no hood pop on the inside there. So that's a new feeling. Oh yeah, and then the truck also, well, the door did shut this time, but usually all this major cab rot down here, I don't know if you guys can see that wiggling real bad, but the entire rocker panel is nothing but spray foam. So it's oh, there it went. Now it's gonna be camera shy. There. So I gotta make sure that shit's good. And on the hood here, we've got a good hood hinge on this side. But let's go ahead and pop this thing open. Sorry. There we go. So under here, we have got another small block, guys. Oh. You guys do not know I have another small block. Well, surprise, I have two small blocks, but this is the only one you guys know about for right now. This is a 5.8 Windsor, and for any of you guys that know anything about the Windsors, or the 351 Windsors of this era, this is a 96 Windsor, so it is a roller Windsor. So they only made those for four years, I think. I think it was 94, 5, 6, and 7. And the only way you could get them in 97 was in the F250s, but this is a 96 truck, so that doesn't really matter. But for anybody out there that's wanting one, they made them for 4 years, and they're special, so they're a better block to have. So this motor here was claimed to not run. Look at Dad, joyriding in the yard, messing up my filming, trying to fix a golf cart. But the truck here, when I bought it, was claimed not to run. I've since fixed the running issue, which was contributed with a dead battery. So check your battery. But it does run now, but it does not run very good. So from what little I have had the truck running, the truck does have a major water leak and a major oil leak. I do know, I'm pretty sure where I know where the oil leak's coming from, but the water leak, I have a few different things I think it's coming from. So I'm gonna go up here and get the pressure tester really quick, guys, that I have, and then we're gonna be hooking it up and finding the water leak. Okay, so here's our pressure testing kit with all the beautiful colors in here and our pump here. So we have to figure out which one of these little cappy things here fits on the cap here. So we're gonna go ahead, take this one here off, just like that there, and then it looks like this third one here, so we'll grab it and make sure it screws on here really nice, and just like that there. Well, we went a little too far. There we go. Maybe that's it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the pump here real quick. So it just has a quick connect fitting on it like an air hose. So we'll grab it. We'll bring it over here. Hook it up. Just like, see, guys, it's just got a little quick connect kit there. Alright, I'm gonna set you guys down while I pump this up. I'm gonna put about 12 pounds of pressure. Oh no, oh man, I need a tripod, guys. My camera's leg is broke. There we go, I got it fixed. We're gonna set it down. Alright, so then see here, guys, we got a gauge here. And we're just gonna see if it takes pressure. Which it does sound like it is pumping up some. Alright, so I've got help here now because she's leaking out the pressure as fast as I can put it in. So we got a major coolant leak, which I knew, but now he's going to help us find it here.
See nothing.
So we're going to get to pumping some more. And he's getting a mirror. So after he gets a mirror, then we're going to get to pumping. Okay, so here, our Aeronose truck likes Milo's tea. That's what it drinks when it gets thirsty. Don't pay no attention if the liquid's clear. It's just Milo's tea, one in Aeronose, and then whenever he's done drinking, right there, it also likes Mountain Dew. So. Okay, so here you guys can, there's water dripping there. And this is gonna be really hard to show, but up there you guys can see that the donut gasket's super wet, and the back of the very back of the manifold there is wet. So that means that we have water getting inside the head some way. So I am assuming that it's an intake gasket that's leaking. So we're gonna go ahead and start popping off this intake here, which is going to start by removing these two big hoses here, and then you know how that goes, is start continuing tearing it down. So come with me, we'll figure it out together. Okay guys, hopefully you can see me here. So we've got the plenum here off of the truck here. We've got a major mouse nest in here. We're not going to worry about none of that for tonight, guys, because it is getting late. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up for tonight. I'm going to put some rags down inside the intake there, just so nothing gets down inside of our motor here, because we are planning to reuse this motor. So guys, wrapping it up for tonight. We'll catch you back out here sometime this week. Okay, I am back. Sorry for the bad lighting, because it is dark again, because I couldn't get motivated to get out here, but I'm out here now. So now the first thing we're going to be working on tonight is nastiness, and getting the rags out and unhooking all of the Wondermus electrical connections and vacuum lines and hoses and all of the other little doodads attached to the intake here. But like I said, first we got to clean up all of that nastiness to keep it from going down in them holes. So yeah, I'm gonna do that real quick, guys. I'm gonna go get a shot. Man, I got spider webs on my camera. I leave it in the garage for one night and spiders build webs on it. But so yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the mouse nest. Okay, so now that we got the intake there all blowed off and all the junk off of it, the next thing we're going to be doing is, like I said, unhooking the hoses, the wires, and I've got to go ahead and unhook the fuel injector. So I'll unplug all the fuel injectors, go ahead and unhook the connector that's way back there on the 2 fuel lines here, and then we'll start worrying about intake bolts. All right, so 3 broken bolts and another day later, and the intake is loose now. So as you can see, she is loose. So now it is time to fish it out of here. It's probably gonna be fun. So I'm gonna set you guys up and I'm gonna try to get it out of here. All right, so right here, we've got our intake here, laid up here on the pumpkin truck bed. It on this side here, which was the side that was leaking, we have no signs of broken gasket here, and the actual intake, or the actual, here, can you pull that head back, or that gasket back, Abby? Yeah. That's not pulling the gasket back, but you can just hold it. Okay. If we pull the gasket back here, it's okay. It's okay. So here you guys can see that there's no like cracks or gouges or anything between the water jacket port here and the head port here, or the intake port here. So that means that there we have no leaking here. So that leaves us with one more thing, is the head. So as you guys can see here, this old motor is nasty. We've got push rod tubes, or not tubes. Sorry, I'm working on motorcycles too. But as you guys can see, we have push rods here that are rusted. Or the head ports that are just caked with crud. So this truck, which I guess I should have guessed would look like this because the truck has 365,000 miles on it. So I think that we're just going to go ahead and yank this guy out of here and go ahead and rebuild this joker, because I hate to do all this work and then it just starts smoking in 5,000 miles or something, because it has so many miles on it. But I hate for this thing to start smoking in a few thousand miles. So we're just going to go ahead and probably do as cheap of a rebuild as we can. So we're going to go ahead and start working on taking the motor out of the truck. I went ahead, well, we're fixing to start working on pulling the motor out, but I got to do just a few things out here in the yard before we take it inside the garage, because I've already got my spot cleaned up in there. I just got to get Rusty's cab out of the garage, and then this thing here will be going in there, so that way I can have a nicer work area. But I wanted to do some of the nastier stuff out here so I don't get the garage super nasty. So like I done drained the antifreeze, what little the truck had in it, which is not very good, but what it is what it is. So I'm actually going to go ahead and probably take the grill out of the truck in the yard here. Probably take the fan shroud off, take the radiator off, all this air hoses and air box and all this just odd and end stuff, just to be able to get to where we have just the bare motor with the pulleys and stuff all still on it. And just really make this Windsor look small like it really is, and not have all the stuff that's on it. Just make it easier to pull whenever we get it in the garage, make this quicker here. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, like I said, and probably the first thing I'm gonna go ahead and pull out is I'm gonna go ahead and pull this grill out, just so I don't tear it up leaning over the front of the truck and stuff. I don't really know how these come off because I've never worked on them, but they have, looks like some screws. Should be simple to figure out. It might be, oh, and then it's got more screws down here in the bottom and stuff. So I don't know, I'm used to a dent side, but I'm sure these are a lot easier than a dent side grill. But so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and take these screws here out, get this out, and then probably gonna take these little clips here off, get this air tube off, and then just some more odd and end stuff trying to get the radiator out of the truck. So I will come back, guys, and whenever I got all this out, and then we'll worry about what's next. Okay, so I got some stuff here done, just some odd and end stuff. I'll just tell you guys what I did. So now you can see the motor here a lot better. Went ahead, took the fan and the shroud off. Somebody had broke the bottom 2 tabs off the shroud, so I only had the 2 top bolts in it. They were, I think, a 10 millimeter, and then the fan had 4 11 millimeter bolts to it that goes into the water pump pulley here. I took the air hose off, I took the belt off. I was able to take the belt off without even loosening the tensioner, so this thing's golden. Went ahead and took some of the hoses and odd and end stuff like that off the motor here, guys. So now the next thing I'm gonna go ahead and get out, and the last thing I'm gonna go ahead and get out while we're in the yard, is this radiator. So it just looks like it's just got 4 bolts in it. Oh, I also took the transmission lines here off. They were just a 13, I think. Here, there's just one in the bottom, one in the top here. Went ahead and got those out. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take these 4 bolts. Here's 1, 2, and then the other 2 are down there in the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and get them out real quick, and then we're gonna be moving the truck in the garage. Alright, so I got the radiator here out of the truck. Now, the only other thing that I forgot that I'm going to take off while I'm out here is I'm actually going to go ahead and take the hood off. So that way we're not worrying with it. On the inside, it's just got 4 screws on each side here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull those bolts there out, and then we'll take the hood off. Okay, so now we've got the hood here off of the truck. So now it is time to move it inside the garage. Okay, so now we have the Aeronos truck in the garage. I'm gonna go ahead and continue working on the motor here. I went ahead and I took the 2 hoses that go into the water pump here off. I took the plug wires off, just some easy stuff like that. Unplugged the air compressor here. So now the next thing I'm gonna work on is I'm gonna work on trying to get this alternator off, which I done got the top bolt out. And then I'm gonna work on getting the air conditioning compressor off, the power steering pump, and this big bracket here, and this big bracket here. Just to where I can, like I said, just continue getting down to just the bare motor that's in here. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna start doing there. Guys, I'll set you up and put you on a time lapse, and then come back whenever I got all that done. So now we have got all of the stuff here off the front of the motor. The Windsor looks much, much smaller now. These motors look huge because of all the stuff that's on them, but they're actually not very big at all. So the next thing I'm going to start working on is I'm going to be trying to attempt to get all of my manifold bolts off, which sounds like so much fun because I just know that they're all going to break. But it's okay. And then whenever I get all those off, which will probably be a while, unless they just all come out, which would really surprise me. But after I get those air off, guys, then I'll come back to you guys and we'll be working on what we got to get off underneath the motor. Okay, so I got the first manifold off the truck here. I don't know why, but it's only got 2 cylinders on this manifold. I've never seen one made like this. No, I'm just kidding. We had a broke manifold on this side. From what I've heard, that these motors are it's kind of a common problem when these motors get old. Don't know. So far all of my manifold bolts have broke just right loose. So I don't want to jinx myself, but they've been coming out good so far, and I've got 5 of them out. So hopefully they'll continue doing it like that, but I'm gonna keep on keeping on the other side. So I got all the manifold bolts off now, and both manifolds are broke loose. All the bolts come out, so I was super thrilled with that. Didn't break none at all. So now I'm going to crawl underneath the truck there on the creeper, and should all I have left to get this unattached from the truck is just motor mount bolts, bell housing bolts, and torque converter bolts. And then I got to take the starter off. So I'm going to go ahead and take the starter off, and then after I get that done, I'm going to unattach it from the transmission, just leaving the motor mount bolts hooked up. And then whenever we get the cherry picker in here and get it all hooked up, I'll knock the motor mount bolts out, and then we'll go ahead and pull this guy out of here. So I have got everything unattached underneath on the motor now. So I got all the bell housing bolts out. It has 6. I got the torque converter bolts out, which had 4. Took the starter off. And then I got the 2 motor mount bolts loose. So now we are setting up the engine crane here, and we're going to be hooking it up here. I'm going to go get a floor jack to put underneath the transmission pan so our transmission don't fall, and then we're going to start pulling the motor out. Okay, so here now we've got the motor here out of the truck and in the floor. We're trying to figure out a way to set it down on the floor until I get bolts to go on the engine stand. I'll get them tomorrow. We'll be able to put it on the engine stand, but I'm really curious to see what's wrong with it. So we're trying to figure out a way to get it to sit here in the floor so we can take this head off, so that way we can hopefully see what's wrong with it. So we're going to finish putting it up here, and then we're going to be taking the head off of it and figuring out what's wrong with it. Okay, so I zipped the head off here. Can you shine the light over here? And then right here, you guys can see where the head gasket blew, which is why the cylinder looks like this. So now what we're doing is I'm turning the motor over, and we're checking the clearance here to make sure that the motor didn't bend a rod. So can you hold the... I don't care if you get it dirty. I don't know. So, ready? Yeah. We're turning the motor here over.
Keep going. You like about an inch. All right, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Woo. Perfect. All right, stop.
Good
stop
deal.
Right there.
Yeah. So, as you guys can see here, she comes all the way to the top still. So, we have nothing wrong but a head gasket, which is what I was hoping to hear. Because at first we didn't know if it was going to be a head gasket or a cracked head, and then we was hoping it didn't bend a rod. So we got everything that we wanted out of it, which is great. So guys, this motor here, I have no idea what all I'm going to do to it. I know I'm probably going to try to rebuild the motor. So, I don't have no idea what future plans it holds as far as going carbureted, staying fuel injected, what we're going to be doing to it. I don't know just yet. It may probably get put back together stock. Don't really know. But this is the teardown video and the diagnosis video. So it just needs a head gasket. So thank you guys for watching. Stick around for the channel for more content here on the 351. Like I said, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like and subscribe button, guys. And we will catch y'all in the next video.